start all over, trusting in our dreams. The light is love, it gives us all the strength to shine through what our lives. A new dawn awaits us all. We'll build a world where love is all around. We'll learn to live and there will be no doubt. And every heart will be true. We're children of the light. The future we will The path we choose is leading us beyond our space and time. The whispers in the darkness of the night echoes eternally. Beautiful melodies. The future waits. We'll build a new life from this fiery birth. A world where prophecies wait to be told, fulfilled in time to come. We're children of the light. The future we will guide. The light will lead us on. The love is on our side. Embrace
Alright, 13 minutes. That's enough flirting. One sec. Hello, everybody! How y'all doing this fine and lovely day? I am sorry that I missed both the streams that I said I would do over the weekend. It has been surprisingly wild over here, but mostly for good reasons. As of this Monday, things are a little bit less fucked in Boogland, which means that y'all might be able to see me a little bit more consistently and making more interesting artwork. Hope the wild is good. Yay, less fucking. Well, yes, it's a good wild. Things have been pleasantly eventful. Where the fuck did my box for my art go? 1 second. Air server? There it is. But yeah, it's mostly been a good wild. Things sort of stabilized very abruptly. I sound like we're on Xbox Live? Wait a fucking minute. I've got the right audio source in here, right? Microphone Yeti Nano. You know, this thing was giving me a little bit of shit earlier. One moment. Let me see if I got a... Testing. Uh-oh, I'm not wiggling anymore. Just happened over here? Okay. Better. Okay. But very quiet. One moment. How do I sound now? Herberblur. Herberble? Herglesburg. Hergfurgenbergedaba. There we go. That's the good shit. Sorry, my microphone decided it hated my ass. Thanks, doll. Appreciate it. So today, we have a commission for the lovely Lazy Ruby. I had the privilege of working with this person on a music-themed zine, raising money for Palestine not long ago, so I was really flattered when they reached out with their new fursona for me to, help do some reference material of. Actually, my buddy Sam has a redeem where you can throw a little money at the homeboy, and he switches to the gamer microphone, and it sounds like he is speaking from inside the locker he was stuffed in. It's very funny, but I'm too much of a perfectionist to do any of that shit myself. Oh yeah, I've wanted to do a few demonic sounding voices for a while. There's actually PNG Tuber Plus is a program that I'm going to start working on Boog 2.0 in, I'd like to think sometime this year. And what I want to do is make it so that the chest mouth and the regular mouth can move out of sync, so I can add a slight delay as a filter. It will not be legible. I'm going to shrink that down a little. It'd be cool if each mouth had its own filter. You can make it so each filter had a model change. The big chest mouth could be super deep and beefy, face mouth be a normal lovely voice, and some little baby mouth somewhere. So when I do have the time and inclination, I do want to have a few different variants on Boog, one of which that's just kind of a hole in space. There's actually one I'm really excited for where the current model just dangles from a little thread and behind him is a big anglerfish face. But, one thing at a fucking time. Yeah, I have thought a little bit about the Boog lore. I don't know how much it fucking matters, but in a very teenage way, it's nice to have an OC that just does edgy shit. One second, I need to find reference of a bunny. Actually, do I need to? Little bit of bunny vibes. You know, for all I bitch about my chosen career path as an artist, I am so fortunate in that some of the most interesting people on the internet decide that they want to see what I would do with their look. I have fun lore concepts, terrible at actually fleshing it out. Gives me the ick if I think too hard about it. Yeah, I get that. I want to play with the idea more just because of who I am as a person. I don't know. I really respect VTubers who are outright contemptuous of the idea of lore. Like, Neanners hears the idea of it and was willing to play along for like 30 seconds while she was in VShojo, and then was like, nah. I'm so good at bitching and moaning. We redesign my character to be more dead. Once I have this idea fleshed out more than my sketch, I'll need to send it to you to spookify it. Oh, doll. Step into my office. You come to the right Falcon's place. I love me making some gruesome characters, especially for this scene where cute tends to reign supreme. Like, I want more visually offensive VTubers. I would love to, like, make somebody upsetting to look at. Not literally, like, whatever you're comfortable with. But a hot minute ago, I got to work on an alt for Phoebe Bane, and it was really fun being like, I'd like to be a hot babe, but also body horror, and like actually quite upsetting to engage with visually. I don't know. I love discomfort as a creative goal. So, you know, I've actually considered making a stream in character a redeem, and I tried it once or twice when I was collabing with some other people, and I like the idea. There's definitely meat on the bone there, but the tricky bit is finding ways to practice that don't make you want to, like, explode. Because if you feel like you misstep a little bit, suddenly you're extremely aware that you're being perceived. If you land it, though, you get to be the character. Like, I don't know, I think that my inspiration for a lot of Boog-related stuff is, like, my love of old-timey horror hosts like Elvira or the Crypt Keeper and shit like that. And I'd like to do a little bit more of that, like a few skits and jokes in character, maybe do a B-movie night on the channel. I'm actually working on a Discord for fans right now, and I plan on theming it around being an abandoned grindhouse movie theater. The lore I'd go for me is abducted and murdered, but playing into that can be terribly offensive. Okay, yeah, no, that's that would be where the wheels come off the bus. I shake with your bacon. There might be a way to do it. I mean, fuck, if you ever want to just hit me up to brainstorm, it's not like I don't got time. It was more playful than it sounds, but first impressions are bad and therefore not worth it. Hey, you know, a really fun thing about streaming, you can retcon whenever you want. You are the creative director. I don't know. If you ever did want to develop it, I love talking shop. It needs to be brought forward a bit. Ears, DMs, and general attention span have always been open to you. Sure thing. Actually, fuck, do I got you on Discord yet or nah? One sec. I think I found you on Blue Sky a hot minute ago. Let me hit you up. I bailed on Twitter for the same reasons everyone else did. Alright, I can't DM you there. Hit me up on Blue Sky any old time, I'll share the information. Be nice to hear from you more, you're fun. Build on like everything. One day I'll be a social media creature. That is... I don't think I've ever been more jealous of someone. I can't bail on social media as of yet. I have creative aspirations and also the self-control of a cocaine rat, but... But one day I'll move on from this podunk town. And then they'll all be sorry. I remember Frankenstein. Shivers up my spine. Whoa. It's like a movie. It's a B-movie show. No, I don't want to overdo it on making the client's scrunkly creature too curvy. But also, the pose with the Sonic the Hedgehog character over here does kind of scream hips, and they gave me that for reference. So I gotta be in the clear, right? Dial that in a bit. Yeah, most of this is getting covered by the cloak anyway. Let me find reference of rabbit feet. No, Google, on the rabbit. Come on. And when it's not AI, guys. Doesn't it blow your fucking mind knowing that, like, rabbits don't have toe beans? They look like they would, but apparently that's specific to ambush predators. It makes a certain sense. Alright. Followed me back. Let me hit you up with the... There you are, doll. Open link. Gimme. Baller. Alrighty. There's the good shit. I too appreciate the angry little stomps. I actually keep up with a couple of people who keep rabbits. I had no idea that they were such high maintenance pets. It makes a certain amount of sense, don't get me wrong. Like, they basically have evolutionarily induced anxiety. But they're also, like, really kind of weirdly huffy. There's a funny thing about how, like, rabbits play dominance games. In, pack is the wrong word. In a horde, in a group, they're social structures. That I've always found very funny, because it's the opposite of how cats do it. Like, for cats, it was... Yeah, for cats, it was like other people leaning on you. No, being groomed. That's how it was. Grooming someone else is a dominant thing to do with cats. And with rabbits, it's a submissive thing to do. So people who keep both at once have them both grooming each other constantly. Well, the cat grooming the rabbit constantly, being like, yeah, I'm in charge here. That is very silly to me. Won a rabbit during a Christmas party, and that was a terrible decision. Oh, dear. Did that go okay? I didn't know places still did that. Gave away pets as prizes. Or is that like a while back? Doing anything with their hands? God, what a scrungly creature. I am honored to be a part of this. Nope. That. Reduce. That back. That's more like it. FFA member, so it's exclusive. Oh, I see. That makes more sense, yeah. Man, I wish I had access to more aggro club stuff when I was a kid. I grew up in a very urban area. And so, like, you get the children's book saying the cow goes moo and the sheep goes baa, and even then I'm fully aware that the only time I'd ever hear those animals, they'd be going sizzle. But I wanted to know. I love drawing organic shapes. I've recently had a bunch of professional projects that have involved drawing a lot of, like, architecture. And not like sci-fi or fantasy architecture, like conventional architecture. I've been having to look up courthouses and stuff. And I enjoy the project. It's a lot of fun. Like, one of the things I really like about my clients is that I get to do things that wouldn't occur to me naturally. But I'm sitting here going, like, I'd like to draw a circle. I'd like a curve or a bulge or a vein or something. Something nice and alive. Live in the Southlands where our words are slow and our biscuits gravy, and I'm impressed by high school had a floriculture class and I adored it. I got some buddies who grew up in the South too. I'm sure there's a lot of lovely stuff. I don't know, the way that I've always thought about it when I'm comparing notes with my Southern friends is that, whatchamacallit, you guys get more hands-on experience with animals I've never seen, and we get more hands-on experience with people you've never seen. And it balances out nice and fair. Socialized is a good word. What we are naturally rich in is people. What did I do here? That's better. I don't know, you seem plenty social to me. I adore chatting with you. Like, if you're fussing over that, don't worry, you were immediately charming. Southern culture is so lovely and equally incredibly problematic and such a wild double-edged bladed... Yeah... I don't know. The older I get, the more I feel like every place has those complications. Not that I'm not saying you shouldn't examine, like, whatever's local to you, don't get me wrong. But, like, it's very funny. A hot minute ago, the friend that I table most conventions with asked me for my opinion on, like, a dude that their friend was dating, right? And after a while, I came to asking, like, why do you trust my judgment on people so much? And they stopped and thought a hot minute, and they said, because you're a hater. And I formally requested some elaboration on this point, and they kept going. You're a hater, but you give people a lot of grace, certainly more than I would. And you don't have a lot of the general background racism that New Yorkers tend to have. And that description confused me, because I've got a lot of hometown pride, and I do like to think that my hometown ain't all that racist, but I do compare it with some shit that I hear my parents say, and, like, yeah, a lot of folks think that interacting with different people is the same as, like, having done the work and examining your own biases. And, like, because they think that they can't be the guys who have that problem, you will hear some absolutely unhinged shit come out of the mouth of a 40 to 50-year-old New Yorker. I don't know. The place I'm going with this is that, like, people are goofy everywhere. Finger count 3. Okay. Oh, hey, Drake. Glad you swung by. It's so wild when you do step back and hear your parents or whoever you hold so highly say some shit you've never originally pegged them for. Hey, how you doing, hun? Don't let me forget, we're still on for brunch sometime. While we're talking about New York, Lunar, it's very funny whenever I see people move here and talk about how they were told in New York you can do everything. Because, like, yeah, New Yorkers do mean it when we say you can do everything. But what we mean by everything is go to plays and eat. If you don't want to do those two things, kind of a rough town. Oh, it's fine. Everyone's friendly. Everyone's mostly friendly. Oh, by the way, double checking. Is the music coming through? Last time when we were doing this, it was having a little bit of a wee struggle, as it were. It can be fun. It's just hell overwhelming if you don't have the emotional support native. Alright, good. Nah, I feel you about that. Actually, one of my clients, I guess at this point he's a friend, the Cyberats guy, Alex, is going to be in New York in a few weeks, and I am very intimidated at the prospect of showing him around, partially because, like, he very much comes off as a nice Midwesterner, and I'm trying to figure out how much I can swear in front of this man and his wife. On paper, I know plenty. Like, he's seen my Blue Sky posts, so I can't be, like, in the doghouse. But there's this part of me that's like, I don't know. I said heck in front of one of my aunties the other day, and we had a bit of a moment. Not liking that hand. Actually... Paste. Come back to it. 8.258 million population of NYC to my 69,000. Nice! Hell yeah! Admittedly, like, so the population thing that you're talking about, Lunar, is one of the reasons that I don't think I'd survive too well outside of New York City. I've generally been able to coast through life on the general assumption that, like, I can just wear my heart on my sleeve, and if that upsets anyone, fuck it, there's more people. Like, I've never had to think about any social structure I'm in as permanent. And that is a thing about the rural environment that I think would absolutely fucking annihilate me. Like, I'd meet one trad couple, and they'd say something unhinged, and I'd be like, that's fucking stupid, and then I wouldn't be invited to anything ever again. Then again, I'm biased. For years, I didn't think I'd even survive far outside of Brooklyn. Like, I thought I was one of those coelacanths that could only live in one coral reef in the world. And then I shipped up to Queens and found out that there is a second, in fact, coral reef. It is still a bit of a change, though. Old Brooklyn men with money love me. The old men with money up here love cocaine, which I've been compared to, but do not have quite the same appeal of. What do you think my friends want me to know? I'm too backhanded and sassy for my area. I need old men with money to love me. Around here, it's a math problem. Alright, I probably should clarify. I know that you're talking about a different type of old men with money. I'm talking about old men with money and a print shop with printers that need operating. Although we have plenty of the kind that you're talking about too, I'm sure. Actually, yeah, Lunar, you'd kill it in Chelsea. You'd do very well. I'll take any old men with money. As long as you know what you're about. You know, I keep thinking more and more about VTubing as an art form and, like, where it's developing popularity, and I really do think just a few strategically placed twinks in the Chelsea art gallery scene with good VTuber rigs would hit that whole community like it's fucking meth. I think I made her a little bit more jacked than intended, but I kind of feel like it works for the pseudo-Digimon vibes she's got. Like doing virtual reality version of VTubing in a gallery. I mean, we already see it at conventions. I don't know. I've met enough of these dudes in, like, the art and nightclub scenes, where it's like, this here is a very effete androgynous anime boy, and if you give him money, he will say your name on stream, would absolutely ruin the lives of a certain subset of 50 to 60-year-old fine art funder. Get panicky when I have to cattle shuffle. Fair. I'm actually going to be hitting up Mocha Fest as an attendee for the first time in a hot minute, and I am I'm a little bit intimidated and a little bit generically annoyed that I keep getting denied for tables these days. But I want to be involved with the comics community a little bit more, even when I'm not selling shit. Which means occasionally going when I am not the main character. I'll just have to suffer through a slight deficit of attention. If you want to slide my business card into some rich man's door, I'll implore you. I'll keep you in mind. If I move this up a little. Don't worry, Luna. First chance I get, I'll find you a romantic who will die soon. I got your back. Yeah, this here's a commission. I was saying before, this is somebody who I worked with very briefly on a zine that my buddy Joan ran. I'm going to be collabing with Jones this Thursday. Another commission stream, I'm afraid. I'm really in work mode until I knock out at least one of these deadlines. A romantic what? Look, I'm just using that as an example of the type of man that would put you in his will. No, but I know what you're talking about. The like limb heavy thing. It's funny. I don't know if anyone else here is a fan of Finder by Carla Speed McNeil, but there was a brief like side story where the main character is trapped in a Disneyland analog, and the mascot is this creature just referred to as Monkey, which is short for homunculus. And the idea is that it's based on a neurological homunculus, so its proportions are based on where you have the highest concentration of nerves. And it corresponds distressingly well with how Sonic the Hedgehog fan characters are designed. With, like, the big hands and, like, thick limbs in certain places and big heads. Like, the only thing missing from the Sonic characters is the upsettingly engorged genitalia, and even then, like, the fan artists have that on lock. When they drag those grippers around, peak. No, hard agree. I do like this kind of thing. It's funny. It's either Sonic the Hedgehog or Digimon for me that does this kind of character design in a way that I find appealing. Fucking creature. One moment, I've got to look up my reference images in a little bit more detail. Where'd it go? Isa one. Alright. At least I got the other reference picture. Stitches are a nice touch. Okay. Yeah, it's like a little bit Lola Bunny, but like scrunkly. Like the example, I think, is delivering a little bit more sexy than I think that the character is supposed to. But the example was like meant to be what's going on with the pose. So I'm trying to just sort of do it as like she's kind of just doing this right now, rather than it being sort of a pose for the camera. Although again, I guess I am going to be flaring out the cloak to give a little bit of Marilyn Monroe. I don't know, we'll figure it out. I thought the pose reference was the actual character. No. Pose reference, character design. Marilyn Mimikyu, hell yes. That is the vibe. That is where we're going with this. Let me double check one of the references. Reference. Grab it here. Oh. Sorry, I got distracted. These are fun to look at. There's so many pictures of baby bunnies on the internet. How does anyone get anything done? You're one to talk. How's that stray that you've been looking after a little bit, Dre? You remember, once you feed that cat, that's your cat. She's so cute. She's so cute. I appreciate the hell out of those pictures. She doesn't want to come upstairs. Yeah, of course she doesn't. You're a stranger. Hey, she comes out for just pets now. Stranger danger. She knows my voice and lets me defend her from loud noises. But if she's spooked, and she will get overstimulated and scratch me still, and then go stress eat. Oh, hell yeah. Hashtag relatable. Just like the rest of us. So one thing that I kind of wanted to nail on the bunny design, because I feel like a lot of anthro artists kind of miss this, is how far apart their eyes are as a prey animal. And like, not that I want to make the character look excessively vulnerable, but there's a cool spookiness to it that I feel like would be appreciated here. I don't know, whenever I get furry characters, there's a couple of different ways to do it, right? You can do it like how Egyptian gods were designed, where there's a human body and an animal head on top. But I really like getting a little bit wild with what's going on with the anatomy. It's warm now, so she's social, but when it's cold outside, she gets so mad if I try to pet her. Enough of this, I'm cold. There's a way to make it work with the wide-set eyes. Hard agree. I feel like I'm on the right track here. So... maybe a little lower with the head? Alright, before I decide, 1 second. I have to get up a moment. So, I will banish you to the ad zone for just a minute, and return shortly. Okay, I'm back. Also, wait, Lunar, yours runs Manscaped? I thought that was like the opposite of what you were about. Hey, Rin. Oh, Ruby, you made it! I didn't realize that was you a second there. Alright, good. I was worried it was given a little bit too much pinup. And now, to everyone's chagrin, I am going to have to clothe the furry. I apologize, I apologize. Work giving you shit again, Rin? Still the same hotel, right? Actually, I was resistant to that at first, but this might actually be more fun. Like, what the pose says to me is a little bit Marilyn Monroe energy. But in, like, a non-spiny way. Alright, 1 second. Structure issue. So, that. Then... this. This. Makes sense, gotta keep from being exposed. There's no rabbit under here, I'm a wolf dude, shut up. Yeah. I keep wanting the individual lines to look more cohesive, but I'm realizing I need to just go full steam ahead and get the full garment down, and the details will come together after that. The place I'm going with this statement is thank you for the interesting challenge. So maybe start this here. Closer, but what's going on with that silhouette? Just kinda... Am I overcomplicating this? sorry. That's appreciated. Clothes are a huge pain and one of the things I want to get good at myself. Hey, it's not a sorry situation. I'm enjoying figuring it out. Like, sincerely. I was just talking on stream earlier, what I kind of like about the commissioned life is that people ask you for things you wouldn't have thought to do on your own. And if you are all about getting better as an artist, that sincerely is something I'm quite grateful for. You know what? I know the solution here. Nope. Different ears, but... And then put the curly hair over here. Still feels like it's a little bit too loose further down. I need to make the thing a little bit bulkier. Have fun, Dre. Have a good one. Say hi to Divya for me. Ooh. Ooh, that's the good shit. Ruby, I'm sorry. I feel like you told me before and I forgot. She, they, them. She, her. I just finished unboxing my plants. I'm so happy to have green around again. That wolf head really ties it together. She, they's fine, yeah. Alright, dope. Oh, the wolf has a tail. That actually makes things a bit easier on me. Alright, which layer is which? There's the head. There's the attire, merge down. I need to make that a little bulkier. The wolf has killer. Love that it's kind of rattier here. The longer teeth make it more freaky looking. Yeah, I kind of like the idea that, like... It seems like the point is that the mask is a little bit frayed, but it's deliberately like an antagonistic affect. this is gonna land. I gotta start chipping away at the body. You know, I don't regret taking on more of a, like, draw and carve approach once I got access to digital tools, but it doesn't stop being a little anxiety-inducing. Yeah, do not observe or come near me. It's your fault if you get bitten. Love it. We are left with no choice but to stand. What the hell did I do to this shoulder? There we go. There's the good shit. Just a little. Nope. Wrong layer. Yo, I wanted to say again, now that you're here, thank you so much for reaching out with a project like this right now. Everything I've been doing lately has been big things with, like, long deadlines, and it really feels good to work on something with, like, a clear win, you know? Like something maybe a little bit quick, but also, like, personal and fun and friendly. I am enjoying myself. Maybe friendly's not the word, but you know what I mean. Nope. Don't do that. Ooh, wait, no. Wolf Terrell, much bigger, much fluffier. We can do more. We have the technology. Rings are just fluff. I think just fluff. Glad to hear it. I was a bit blindsided when I looked into your socials. Like, oh damn, this is professional. Oh, thank you so much. Aw. Ruby, you're gonna make me tear up. I appreciate that. Thank you. And bring this back a second so that I can da 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 ya da da ya da. Hmm. So this here. The fact that it's kind of just a single piece cowl makes it all a little more doable. Leave that here, tone it down, and maybe do a bit of a, too much, not enough. Oh, I know what I'm missing here. Should actually just be No, actually. No, I think that we're better off leaving that. And then I just put a bit more of this here. And instead of this, it's... Wow, look at those sexy goblins on that website. Looks like somebody's found my portfolio. And yes, you too could possess some sexy goblins. Actually, there's stickers of them on the Etsy too. Why did the music stop? Get back in there. Am I missing something? Give the shoulder a little bit more bulk here. I like the stitching that I saw before, but where should I... Yeah. Actually, yeah, one sec. X that out. Looking good. Merge down to lock it in. You'll be the sexy goblin someday. Hell yeah, believe in your dreams. Need more stitches. I think we're good on stitches. Ruby, darling, do we have approval to ink? The inking begins. All right, make sure that you're certain. I want you to get your money's worth. Remember, all of my commissions give you one free round of revisions at the pencil, inks, and coloring phases. So, I'm going to start now because you said to, but let me know if at any point you want to stop and think about it some more, and I will move on to working on something the fuck else. I'm on the right layer, right? I'm gonna go ahead and name that. And my apologies in advance if I get distracted. My wife is cooking beef and barley soup, and it has absolutely flooded the house with reminders that meals are a privilege of the living. Thank you, Dungeon Meshi. I can absolutely nix the tail. Actually, quick question. Nix the tail or put a bump in the robe concealing it?
It's time for us to start all over, trusting in our dreams. The lightest love it gives us all.
Hey, Aleth, welcome to the party. Just nix. You got it, boss. It is gone. Glad I stopped to check.
In years to come, we'll build a world where love is all around. We'll learn to live and there will be no doubt, and every heart will be true. We're children of the light, the future we will
I love cross-hatching. I love lining things.
that we choose.
Tail Scission.
Leading us beyond our space and time.
Unbuttoned.
Whispers in the darkness of the night.
Debuttoned? Debutted.
Echoes eternally.
No tail.
Beautiful melodies. The future waits. We'll build a new life from this fiery birth. A world where prophecies wait to be told, fulfilled in time to come. We're children of the light, the future we will guide. The light will lead us on. The love is on our side, and bright are the days ahead.
I recently picked up these softer rubber nibs for my Apple stylus to draw with, and suddenly I'm able to almost perfectly replicate the line quality that I used to get with my pocket Kuretake brushes. I'm not saying that this is a universal thing, but oh my god, it's... I cannot stress enough, people making the jump from traditional to digital, fuck with your equipment. Find every possible additive and try all of them, because you don't know what will bring back the joy of, like, watercolors for you in a digital format.
Build a world where love is all around. We learn to live and there will be no doubt, and every heart will be
Here. That's looking good.
The future we will guide. The light will lead us on. The love is
And how is that eyes done here?
our side.
The lashes feel like an important detail. So I'm wondering if we... It's a little bit magical girl, but not in a bad way. You know, at some point I should make a new dark lo-fi list, well, like I was using when I first started streaming, but this playlist of just jazz covers of anime themes that a buddy of mine gave me has been so fucking relaxing. Like, throwing this on at random for one of my art streams has had me wanting to learn more about jazz in general, because I had no idea that it was just so fucking chill. The vibes are immaculate. Nope. There. Yeah. If we're talking music, what kind of music could you see the bun being represented by? So, fun fact, I kind of consider myself a bit of a Philistine when it comes to music. I'm surprised how much I've been talking to other people about this lately. It didn't occur to me, but my wife's always had very detailed musical opinions. I've always listened to anything that makes me feel like I'm riding a shopping cart down a hill. And this is how I continued, with music just sort of being an abutment to other things I was doing for a long time, until I realized that I was missing out on, kind of a universal art form. Like, on any other subject, I have things to say about cocktails and food and fucking dance. And, I can't dance worth half a damn. But I had no developed opinions about music whatsoever. So I started, trying to find ways to force myself to care more about music. I recently, picked up a Walkman and getting into, cassettes. I've got the new Kendrick Lamar on cassette. I found some old B-52s and some local rappers on cassette. I picked up the Cassette Beasts soundtrack, which actually I would associate with the bun a little bit. My wife even made me a cassette mixtape for my birthday, out of the idea that maybe if my music was an object, I would think about it more. It would be an activity to just sit there and listen to it. And this is all a roundabout way of eventually getting to the fact that I actually think what would really go well with your bun would be Yes, it is definitely the Ludo song Lake Pontchartrain. Sort of a weird alt-rock ballad about some dudes that end up stranded at a ghost resort after eating haunted prawn. Actually, let me think about that a little harder. Because she's got such Digimon vibes, I want that reflected. I feel like it's got to be some kind of butt rock, right? Like something very 90s and very fun. I'm almost wondering if, like, wasn't there a Smash Mouth song on in the Digimon movie? Ludo has a really fun voice. That 1 week song, maybe. Is that Bare Naked? See, this is what I'm talking about. I am, at the end of the day, a Philistine and a travesty. My wife just called me out. I don't like bands, I like songs. Let me think a little harder, because I feel like I do have to have some gas in the tank on this one. Oh! Wait. Let me turn off the inking layer and crank this shit up. Lazy Ruby, I regret to inform you that I'm about to assign you homework. Look up a band called You Bred Raptors. I first encountered them playing on the Union Square subway platform. They are an all-instrumental... I'm gonna bother my wife about this. Babe, how would you describe the sound of You Bred Raptors?
Listen
to them. Really? Like, give me something. I don't have the words.
I haven't listened to it.
All right, I'm gonna go find a song. 1 sec. Hey, AJ. Nah, this isn't a Worst Girl one. This is a commission for Ruby, who you will see here in the chat. See if I can find them.
Need a UGC video for your
Stop.
business?
No
Find
advertisements.
me and many other skilled creators on Fiverr.
No bueno. Be gone. Here they are. That's more so a result of listening mostly to dance music. One-time pseudonyms abound. Remember how all the world's happy hardcore throughout the 2000s was made by like 12 dudes with a million names? I don't. I wasn't paying attention. I was 11 to 19 at the time. Let's do it. But yeah, I'm trying to develop my musical opinions now. And so far, what I've mostly learned is a lot of ways of communicating that I like music that sounds like I'm riding a shopping cart down a hill. But one day I'll have something meatier. And as you can see, I am branching out to things that actually give you time to think. I actually see why people are so weird about jazz now. Like, there was a thing with animators I know who would assume that people would listen to jazz while working on any creative venture at all. And I didn't get it at the time, but I think I'm starting to, because this is so chill. Is that working? I think it is. God, it would be nice if I could work on Worst Girl a little bit after this, but I've got a deadline coming up for something else first. Maybe if I knock that out early. Good problem to have, all things considered. Kill! Unauthorized fucking thing. Thank you, AJ. Good catch. Annihilate! Whoops. What you consider her theme? What is this? Ooh. Let me pause my music a second. Skip the ad. Ooh. Ruby, I like this. I don't mind a goofy intro. We do goofy here. Ooh, I do like this. Again, this feels like a corny comparison to make when it comes to like learning new music. I feel like this would have gone with a Newgrounds animation that I would have been obsessed with when I was 13. You know, like when you watch one creator's like work in your preteens and it permanently makes you a little bit weirder? Y'all can hear that too, right? I had this set to... Yeah, okay, sweet. You got taste, girl. I wonder if I'd like going to more dance things. I get the urge to go to a nightclub like maybe twice per year. And like, I'm not a nightclub person. I basically just bop around, get overcharged for some drinks, have some conversations with some very high strangers, and like lurch around the dance floor a little. But it's nice for stuff like this, the type of music it encourages, the type of creativity that people make for it. Am I making sense? Ruby, this is fantastic. Excellent pick. You should be very proud. Ooh, wait, there's a smarter way I can do that. What am I missing? May the Italo dance style never die. No idea what that is, but you know what? Hard agree. Man, how did I get anything done before Twitch? I love an audience. It's charming as hell. Do I have anything else on here that won't get me, banished to the void? Ooh, wait, actually. We were just talking about Ludo a second ago. They recently did a cover of Dead Man's Party that I really love. Let me throw that on real quick. With a dead man over my shoulder, with nowhere to go. With a dead man over my shoulder. Something last night in my sleep. It's a dead man's party. Who could ask for more? Everybody come in, leave your body at the door. Leave your body and soul at the door. Run away, it's only me. Waiting for an invitation to arrive. Okay, I'm gonna jump this just for fun. This particular genre, hypertechno, came about when metal band Bulldozer was hanging around Japan and approached by an Italian dance producer and local rapper to produce an EP. The lead track was more standard metal with sometimes new synth raps and rap vocals, but the dance remixes got insanely popular to the point it spawned a new genre called mixed metal, techno, and rap. Close ties to Eurobeat 2. Interesting! I might look up more of it. Alright, so it's called hypertechno. I'll take a look sometime. I don't know. I've long since accepted that all musical genres inevitably balkanize way beyond to the point where you can really keep track of any of them. But I don't know, that was very fun. Hell, if you ever want to drop me more examples of it, I'm down to expand my horizons. I really should make a Discord server for fans of the stream. What you can't see. Not sure where the rest of this year went, but my favorite song of all time is Stargazer's "Are You Wake Up," and I consider that an example of the style. Yeah, kick it to me in DMs sometime. I'll take a look. Servers are so much fun. Yeah, I've technically got one that I run that was initially meant to be like for my art fans, but I jumped the gun a few years back and made it my friend's server, like for people I know IRL. And I'm sorry if I dumped my all of my Twitch fans and art fans into the same server as the people I know IRL, they would constantly drive each other crazy. Oh, that reminds me, Lunar, if you want to shoot me an invite to that sometime, it'd be nice to pop by. Zero pressure. That's not how ears work. One sec. Alright, one second. I need to find more music that is not going to get me zucked. I can't get in trouble for this, right? Let's find out. Moxie Floxy ain't litigious. You know, I really do think that the major advantage of my learning a lot of my skills when they weren't teaching a lot of digital techniques in college is that I've got the good sense to leave the undo button the fuck alone. If I see something that bothers me for a second, the next 3 strokes will fix it. It's fine. It's all fine. As the ear's looking. Oops. Actually... No. Playing Repo and listening to this. Okay, so Repo seems to be the new meme game that came out of nowhere these days. Lunar, I trust your judgment. Is it actually fun? Or is this just... is it just Lethal Company again? Because I like Lethal Company, but it was not fun for, like, the amount of time people wanted me to play it for. Then again, if I had my druthers, we'd all be playing Guns of Icarus again. Solo, it's boring. Reboot can be pretty fun with the right people. It's pretty much reskin Lethal Company, but not in an insulting way. Alright, we take those. God, that's the collab I absolutely cannot be trusted with. I really want to do a Guns of Icarus collab sometime. Everyone thinks it's a dead game, but the servers are still up, which means I can play with someone. Guns of Icarus. The idea is that it is a, like, vehicle combat game where the idea is you and 4 friends are running around on, like, an Age of Sail style airship, shooting the shit out of other people on other ships. It's really fun just as, like, a fucked up workplace simulator, with the added caveat that other people in their fucked up workplace simulator are shooting at you. I'm sorry, actually, no, this is probably going to get me copyright struck, so we're going to transfer to something else. Give me a second. The classic.
What is your least favorite thing about being a college student?
Easy, bro. Right.
By the way, Ruby,
Gotta be the reading and writing. What would you say the hardest part about writing?
how are we looking on inks? Are we ready to
I've
color?
never used Grammarly before. Yeah, I actually use it pretty often.
I've heard of it, yeah.
So, Lunar, people have told me a few ways of how to do that, and when I've tried it, it didn't work, and I got zucked. So, I put it on a separate channel. I put it on the separate channel that they recommended, and it still ended up on the VOD, and I still got in trouble. So, I'm inclined to just stick to things that are lesser known enough that I'm not going to get any trouble.
Start to finish. Grammarly.
This. One sec. Let me bug Ruby. I've yet to get zucked, thankfully, and I full on listen to Spotify. It's unfortunate that's happened with you. I mean, it's not the end of the fucking world, but, you know, I prefer to avoid it.
You must be the new voice in town.
What's that sound? Is someone moving around? Sit down for a spell. You don't look so well.
Wait a minute, I feel great. You just leave yourself to fate. You might as well just hang around.
It's too late. We've got to operate. Just try to relax. It's the house of wax. Oh, I remember Frankenstein. Shivers up
Whoa! Yeah, getting out of here. I didn't realize the sketch lines were meant to emulate the actual inner ear. Okay, fair enough. One sec. Still, I'm glad the separate channel works with me. I can always try looking over with you sometime. I'd love that. Thank you, Lunar. I'll hit you up about that sometime. Probably not today, because I am on my second whiskey sour of the stream. But sometimes, certainly. I'm off work tomorrow, so excited to drink and play games. Hell yeah.
much worse than I feared. I'll close my eyes and make it disappear.
Ruby, better or worse?
Strange, you ain't home on the range. You just don't think
We hot, we cold, we neutral? You got it, boss. Oh. Heat now? Let me look at the time. Ad starts in 11 minutes. Okay. Okay. So the beef and barley stew that I've been smelling this whole time is finally ready, which means I think that over here we are going to take a brief break for me to scarf dinner and then come back and get back to work. All of y'all sit tight, hit the concession stand, have a lovely evening, and I will be back with you again shortly.
It's time for us to start all over, trusting in our dreams. The light is love, it gives us all the strength to shine throughout our lives. A new dawn awaits us all. In years to come, we'll build a world where love is all around. We'll learn to live and there will be no doubt. And every heart will be true. We're children of the light. The future we will The path we choose is leading us beyond our space and time. The whispers in the darkness of the night echoes eternally. Beautiful melodies. The future waits. We'll build a new life from this fiery birth. A world where prophecies wait to be told. Fulfilled in time to come. We're children The love is on our side.
All right. 1 second while I resync, but we are back. Oh my god, my wife made this incredible beef and barley soup, and as a related detail, we annihilated an entire loaf of sourdough bread. So, if I fall asleep on stream, I'm sorry, and also, it was worth it. Ruby, I'm really glad to hear that you liked You Bred Raptors. Before I proceed, we're good to color? Everything set? I'm gonna go bother her. Oh no, she already said yes. Yeah, thank you, boss. One moment. And thanks again for these lovely references. All y'all at home who get commissions, send your artists refs. Even the crudest stick figure you can draw is preferable. What's going on with her ears? Ears are fine. Also, thank you again for having a simple and straightforward color palette. I look forward to complicating it. You can fill color by outlining and paint bucketing. I wonder if that works in Krita. So this is specifically how I work in Procreate. I probably should take more time to learn digital illustration programs other than Procreate. Part of the reason that I like it so much is that it most closely emulates the experience of working with traditional media. So what I like to do is I specifically have this variant on my inking brush, Square P4, that I have eliminated all of the transparency at the edges on, so that when I fill it, it looks as good as possible. Hey Queenie, welcome, welcome! Good to see you, hon. But yeah, the effective solution is going to vary based on your program. This is kind of a workaround for the fact that the Paint Bucket tool in Procreate is very slightly ass, but if I'm comparing it to traditional media, then it beats the hell out of no Paint Bucket tool. I am doing pretty goddamn good. I've had a nice day. I had some good news this weekend. Things are looking up in Boogtown. Comms are open. A project is moving very quickly. I have a local cartoonist event to go to tomorrow with people who don't hate my guts. Things are looking pretty alright. Thanks, Ruby. Y'all have caught me in a celebratory mood. Hence the whiskey sours. I have guts. I possess guts. I own them. Stop asking where I got them, or whose they were originally. They're mine now, and that's what matters. See, I'm not really a vodka guy. I'm definitely more of like a dark liquors guy. It's actually really funny. My wife has a perfect taste for bourbon, but she hates all of it. So I'll get something fancy and I'll offer her a sip, and she'll be like, "Oh, it tastes like hints of peat, oak, and the Scottish Highlands. Get it away from me." Can you DM me your supplier? I'd like to restock my jars. I mean, Lunar, you a cop or what? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about where I get my guts. I myself have been finally productive with my art. Also did a simplified gold shading tutorial. Could someone ask me how I shade it? Oh, that's lovely! Congratulations, Queenie! You know, folks have been telling me that I should try to do more, like, art lessons in general. And there's something that I find very intimidating about the idea of actually putting myself forward as someone who would teach people. My point is, that must take some aforementioned guts, so congratulations, that's super cool! Big sad, my jar shall remain hollow and only full formulan. Hey, Lunar, it'll happen one day. One day you'll meet some nice drifter with no next of kin, and it'll just happen. Don't try to force it. I mean, I guess that describes some force in it. You get what I mean. Never done one, so I did as basic as I could with simple shapes. Smart. Yeah, I got every confidence in you personally. Simple gold ring is as basic as it gets. Yeah, but it teaches people how to do the thing. Like, I don't know. That's exactly the thing about teaching that I think would be tricky for me. I had a teacher back when I was going to school for cartooning. And I'm not going to name him, but other people who took this man's class will recognize this story, where he was discovering new things that he liked about inking while he was trying to show us the demo, and just got lost in the sauce doing his own shit. Which was very sweet to see a 40 to 50-year-old man do, but not super helpful as somebody who had paid for a fucking class. And I worry that by disposition, I would do shit like that. So if you're able to keep it, like, on the mark and people got something out of it, you're golden, hun. Feel free. I guess you'd drop a link in here for the time being. I really should make that server. During my animation and modeling class, we had a project we had to teach the rest of the class something we learned on our own. Oh, that sounds lovely. That sounds also really good for, like, building confidence. That's super cool. Alright, let's take a look. Oh, Queenie. Queenie, you crushed it. This is I'm saving this, actually. I might rip you off later. Affectionately. Beautiful. You should be very proud. Like, it's got this luster that I associate with very well-developed D&D fan projects, and I swear that that is a compliment. Cross my heart. Hey, I know full well the value of encouragement in the arts. And I try to make sure that the folks around me get as much of it as I can give them. Like, respectfully. I'm not going to tell people their work is good when it's not. But you nail it, you do something worthwhile, everyone stand up and fucking clap. Oops. So I was both surprised and very happy when they asked me to show how, because gold shading is one of the things I love to do and I'm confident in. Oh, congrats! That's gotta feel good. That's another thing about teaching that I feel like I'd have trouble putting my finger on. Like, what is the thing that I think I'm qualified to teach? Oh yeah, I love when you can actually, like, as a point out, as good looking. Yeah! Congrats again, hun. God. So my brother's going to be getting me Monster Hunter Wilds soon, because I had a birthday last month, and I suppose we still do those. And I'm excited to get into it. I'm going to stream it for all of y'all at some point. But God, I am very worried that, like, my residual annoyance from how easy Rise was is going to make me a huge curmudgeon about the whole thing. Like, I think it'll be fine. I think we'll all have a lovely time. But just sort of like, if I'm bitching about the dragons being pushovers, I swear I'm not just an edgelord. I've been playing these games since Monster Hunter 1 on the PS2. My typical mains are Hunting Horn and Heavy Bowgun. And so now that we have the ability to wield both at once, I'm wondering if I've managed to hit upon the only possible true mage build in Monster Hunter. You could always force yourself to do a permadeath run. I like a roguelike, but I don't like a roguelike in Monhun. Wrong kind of difficulty. World's a blast. I'm still playing World. When I first got World, my computer couldn't really handle it, and I only got one that could within the past couple of years. So I've been catching up a lot recently. Chargeblade's a lot of fun. But I've been using Hunting Horn so long that Hammer just feels like simple Hunting Horn. I do like that you always know exactly where to hit the monster, though. It's the head. You got a blunt weapon, you hit the head. No think, only bonk. Thank you, I'm glad that it came together. Wait, is that the scrawny, goopy one that inflates? Because I am so excited to find out what that one's armor set looks like. Don't tell me, I want to find out in-game. All squishy wizards will be crushed by Anchor. Nah, my Elden build was Faith Strength all the way, because all the Faith spells are basically just weird AoE melee attacks. And so, all of my build was an attempt at turning Elden Ring into a fighting game. I should pick that up and finish it sometime. Palomo's the bat with the inflatable neck. Right. I tried playing the Pokemon like they had, Monster Hunter Riders, something like that, the sequel to the first one. And the Palomo was the best guy in my party for a hot minute. It's not a bad game, it just didn't really keep me. Maybe I'll pick that up again too, now that I think about it. Some of the good news over the weekend means that I'm gonna have more free time to goof around and not be so precious about whether or not a game sucks. There's Monster and Wilds that makes me think of him from Powerpuff Girls. Ooh. I do appreciate that. Age follows the Lone Stars, big rock mountain, you break it out to reveal skinny, veiny, creepy-eyed thing. I don't think I fought that one. Alright, I'm excited for some new creatures. This sounds like it's gonna be a blast. Look, it's just gotta be harder than Rise. That's my only rule. Like, Rise was willing to hand out the, like, really nice armor sets and upgrades so easily. I don't think grinding always necessarily adds to a game, but I do feel like it's part of what I like about Monster Hunter. Fighting something multiple times, one, to get it down completely, and also because, like, that's how you get the stuff you need. Was part of what I found fun about those games. I don't know, there was a ludonarrative aspect that you get the monster bits by mastering your ability to fight it. And in Rise, you just knock it out once and you've pretty much got all its shit. See, I've never played Iceborne at all either. Fake gamer, I know.
I remember sitting with you underneath the tree of life. We listened to every fainted cry of the creatures there on the day the world began, looking at everything.
Draw YouTube with an insect glaive. Oh, hell yeah, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Yo, by the way, Ruby, eye color.
In my arms, wondering where I am. So please tell me where to go. All of the answers you seek lie hidden in the sun. If I hadn't met you, my life would have been in the darkness forever. In my wings are the powers of immortality. But by meeting you, my whole life has changed. You give light to me, hope to me, strength into my life. All this time, these 12,000 years, I know I ishitaru. 8,000 years from the time that I met you, my love is stronger than before. 100 million and 2,000 years from now, I ishitaru. Want you to know since
Whoops.
you came in
There we
my
go.
life, every day, every night, you give light into the darkest skies.
Keep it as is. I figured I'd just throw something down while I was on a roll. That's alright. It's already quite stylized. Might as well do more with the eyes than black dots. Hey, your call. You're the client. You tell me what to do.
All this time, these 12,000 years, I know I ishitaru.
Finally got to draw one of those Meet the Artist that was popular, because why not? And also gave me an excuse to draw my Sona for the first time. Oh, I should get on one of those myself. Rats, that sounds like a lot of fun.
100 million and 2,000.
I have a lot of, like, meme art to catch up on once the queue clears a little bit.
Want you to know since you
Not that I'm looking for that to happen anytime soon.
day, every night,
I do need some freelance these days.
into the
But
darkest skies.
a little more time to goof around would be lovely. Alright, so bad news. It is good that you want me to hydrate, but the closest thing within arm's reach is my whiskey sour. The responsible thing to do would be get some water. I'm gonna get some water. Also, yeah. Lunar, okay, yes, I will also have some of the whiskey, thank you. But don't worry about telling me to save. Procreate does that automatically. There's a reason I use this and not Clip Studio. One sec, let me get a glass of water. Excellent. Good work. Oh, Queenie, Paint Tool Sai is like... Paint Tool Sai is what I started on for digital, and I do consider it kind of a gift. But it doesn't work with the iPad, and I want to be able to work on the train. Oh, Dark Nose. Okay, one sec. Why do I have two things up for the music? Turn that off. There we go. Better, boss? Music gone? What? Is it back now? Alright, hit the wrong button. Are these flats done? I know what's missing. Oh no, what if you were alone with your thoughts? That's when the voices in my head start talking. Yeah, don't worry about it, Luna, it's just me in there. There's no earthly way of knowing whichever way this boat is going. Sleeps with a fan on high, gang, where you at? Okay, but can we agree that that is the best movie incarnation of Willy Wonka? Like, they've done so many versions, and so many of them have sucked, except for Gene Wilder. I haven't seen the newest one, but I enjoy the original. Respect Burton for being a freak. Fair. I get that. I don't know, maybe I'm an old fuck, but... I don't know, Wilder had this gift. Just a natural aptitude for being a weird, vicious little man. Like, that opening scene where he's limping along being his idea has always struck me as, like, a genius contribution of acting to the film. Like, just a great example of the fact that good movies come from, like, actors having some control over their own performance. Like, don't get Cavill on it, but have those folks contribute and think about it. Fucking Blade Runner's like that, too. The whole Tears and Rain monologue was like, written by the guy performing it. That still blows my mind. Nope, too big. I don't know if I'd describe myself as a movie buff. I have movie opinions. I don't know if that's the same as being a buff. I've gotten more of a taste for film over the past few years. Once I started being able to enjoy inviting friends over to watch them with me. Like, once they became a thing that you can sit and argue about, you know? I like arguing about other art, but usually it involves somebody going away for a while to read it. With movies, it happens in 2 hours in your house, and then you can have your argument. I like that. So much of my art enjoyment comes down to determining which fights would be fun to pick. Wild Robot was good? I wasn't sure what to think of that at first, but it very much looked like very lush, you know? A lot of effort put into making sure that this would be presented well. Oh, documentaries, video essays, or nah? Nah is an acceptable answer. I know full well that I'm a spreadsheet pervert. Hell yeah. Love essays. I've seen H-Bombers guys vid on Pathologic like 7 times now. Oh my god, that is my falling asleep movie. I've actually seen The Shining enough times to start treating it as a comfort movie too, which gets me a few side eyes, but I swear I'm normal. Like, once you know the beats, it's very relaxing. I'm trying to find some new people doing stuff like that too. There's actually a 5-hour one on North Korean media that's been sitting on my list for a hot minute because I really want to know what they're watching. Like, I am consumed with curiosity. Completely zero stakes information. Excuse me. You know, I just realized it's probably not good form for me to shut up on stream for this long, but I kind of just hit the zone. Give me a sec. Yeah. Thanks, Lunar. You know, it's always a balance on art streams. Efficiency versus entertainment. Because on the one hand, having an audience is really good for keeping me on task. But on the other hand, some part of my brain goes like, oh my gosh, I have guests! I haven't even set out canapes! Usually, if I'm watching an art stream, I'm doing some work of my own anyway, so zoning out vibes is fine with me. So, oh yeah, no, makes sense. Appreciate it. What's missing? Nope. Hmm. Hmm.
Now it's time. I feel
It's missing.
I've been holding it back so
Getting to a full-on trance with the music, just swaying in my seat. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, no, this playlist has been serving us very well on this channel lately. Let me just... I'm kind of feeling Miles from Earth too. Not in a negative way by any means. I think it's time to start highlighting. I'm kind of tempted to do some highlights in Pink. Hey Alex, glad you could swing by. Ruby, if you're still in the chat, do you have an opinion on Pink highlights? You got it, boss. Well, more accurately, pink rim lighting.
And my senses of all but gone. Can't even cry from the pain. Can't shed a tear now. I realize we're not the same, and it's making me sad. 'Cause we can't fulfill our dream in this life.
I name all my layers because otherwise I lose track of them. It's not witchcraft, it is ADHD management. It's literally just after you face the consequences of not doing it enough times, it feels like the less lazy choice. Like, I don't want to have to redo any of this 5 times. Or divorce something from a previous layer, which means I have to label it all. Nah, I feel that. Believe me, my own autism did not like when I first started doing this. I got, there was a lot of internal pushback on sticking to this, and I frequently do put things on the wrong layers. But, at the end of the day, it is better than having to redo it. No, brighter. Yeah. This goes hard? Hell yeah. Glad you like it. One sec. New music. What have I not listened to lately? What we got? Fucking... Just throw this on again. Probably because I have a pattern and a tactic where I place the layers, always know what's what. Nah, I feel that.
The details are the difference.
I mean, it's just, I always think I have a tactic. And then I look at my results and I'm like, I didn't have any plan at all, did I?
All these details add up to something greater. Transform your shower with Dove Men Body Wash.
Great.
Enough of
The
this.
new
No
GoDaddy
ads. No
Airline
ads.
has AI marketing tools
You're not
that
paying me,
helps
so
you
get off my
grow.
Twitch channel. There we go. One more thing. Could the highlights on her toes be black to simulate nails? Alright, I feel ya. Actually, how about I crib that from the nose color? I think you're on the right track there. Yeah. What am I missing? Another layer of highlights, maybe? It needs something to land for me. Did the ref have freckles? It did. I missed them completely. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Give me a second. Alright, cool. I was about to ask if anyone had any jokes. I actually really like what the freckles do with the shading that we have on the face already. What do you think, hon? Alright. I feel like this needs one more light element. Actually... So, boss, you have total veto power over this. What if the highlights were green? Am I just lost in the sauce here? I'm thinking. Like the rim lighting. Something more aggressive or electric. Contrast, you know? Duplicate, hide. And the green is the upset from the pink. I feel like to keep this character in reds and warmer purples. I agree with you on that. But it's not the character herself, right? It's the lighting on her. Something to contrast her color scheme and throw her into sharper relief. Alternately, like an electric blue. Electric blue, you got it, boss. Hello. No sorries involved. As I've been saying this whole time, you are the boss. I want you to have what you wanted. Fuck. Why is that happening? Oh, because that's not a highlight. Whoopsie doodle. You know what? I know how to do this properly. What's happened? Wait a minute. This doesn't seem to be letting me zoom out. I think it froze. Give me a second. There we go. That is nice and thematic, isn't it? Tumblr tab spot. I will not apologize for art. Tumblr actually does seem like the last good health site. Like other websites I kind of use for work and whatnot, but Tumblr is actually relaxing to use nowadays. Except when I see a dumb opinion. And it's the internet. Maybe that's just a Seattle thing, massive blue wash lights in the bathrooms. I can see it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's Ruby's call. That's ironic, given that I'm probably going to be moving there in the future. Oh, huh! Congrats on the new phase. How we looking, Ruby? Yeah, for me it's been Tumblr, Blue Sky. I feel like I've wanted to branch out to Kara a little bit. Every so often I look at DeviantArt again, but like it's just too heartbreaking. I'm kind of really tempted to start up like a web forum to go with my artwork. Like a straight up mid-2000s style webcomic on the nice web forum. Turn the line under the nose. You mean like this? Right sleeve. Oh, so you're right. Don't select that. Select this, not this. This. Alright. That was very slow. It's almost like ArtStation. You can still comment and share stuff. I want a replacement for ArtStation, especially after they shanked all of us. Like, I'd like something else that can do that job without being the guys that shanked us. But it also seems like they're kind of ceding the point on, like, AI shit a little bit early. I don't know. What I've got going on is probably fine, but the deeper I get into my work as an artist, the more solid it gets, like, made clear to me that safety is not in finding corporate sponsorship. It's finding ways of building up my business as a creative on my own. Which means figuring out which ones are the good hell sites. Do I want to attempt some kind of background here? Alright, Ruby, with or without background? And do you want any further changes from what you're seeing here right now? Thought I was gonna have to get a transparent PNG, of course. One moment. No changes. This is gorgeous. I'm really glad that you like it, hon. Alright, give me a second. I am going to get up and stretch a moment, and while I do that, I'm going to send you your JPEG and PNGs. All of y'all, sit tight. Yes, those are that's just the palette. I am going to leave that off the final deliverables for the client because that is not what was asked for, but I use that for keeping track of colors that I'm shading with. But yeah, gonna stretch, gonna come back, and depending on my mood when I get back, I am either going to flat comic pages, or... No, I don't have the energy for an art game tonight. I'm going to flat comic pages when I get back. One moment.
The YouTube Music app has ad-free workout playlists just for your ears.
Frequencies, I want You're watching a toothbrush play Billie Eilish. But did you know?
All right, here we go. Also, I would like to say, man, I can't even get up from the computer for a few minutes without one of you putting anything on my VGen. Thank you so much, Lunar. You and I will talk more when I'm sober to figure out exactly the needs of your thing. I am really excited to work on your character because you already have a really fun design, and I'm excited to punch it up. I saw the words "make it creepier," and I got you. I got you, kid. We are doing this. That is the wrong brush. The needs are tee-hee, have fun with it. I will definitely have fun with it. Look, I'm going to shoot you some stuff brainstorming for it anyway, just to make sure that I'm on the same page as you. But, yeah, very thrilled for this. You know, it's funny. I ended up on this, this deranged kick for Moxie Floxy, like, horny techno dance remixes, and they're really good gym beats. But if my, like, AirPods desync at any time, it's all fucking over for me. I can never go back there again. Like, all of my YouTube playlists right now looks like music for robots to nut to. But they're so catchy, and they're good to, like, do things while listening to. That's how you leave the gym with a new workout partner. Again, married man. Kind of got to remind people of this here and there. Super fucking married. Oh, I'm not saying it like you want that. Nah, I shake what you're baking. I'm joking. I'm yes-anding the bit. Music for robots and nut 2 is incredible. I'm just saying, like, it's... Like, they're really good. Oh, yeah, I forgot that you were in this chat. Alex is a good bud, but I do sometimes worry about how much of a fucking gremlin I can be around this nice family man. Alex, have I told you what I'm working on right here is actually the thing that your buddy Erin reached out to me about? She got super fun scripts. This does give "why is my 3D printer vibrating" vibes. Erin fucking rips. It was so funny. She first approached me with the script, and I was like, this is a courtroom drama? You remember that I'm the rat guy, right? The rat and slime guy? Are you sure that I'm the person you want for this? And then, like, I read the script, and I'm like, oh, the main character's a hot demon babe? Okay, yeah, no, I got you. And to think I was worried. It makes sense that the demon is a lawyer. Well, she's specifically a defense attorney. That's actually part of the whole plot that I thought was really clever. She wants to help people, but people go like, you're a demon defending this lady. I don't know. The idea being that demons do well in the legal industry, specifically when they are on the attack. That is true. One of the few professions where chanting in Latin is acceptable. It's pretty much just lawyer and priest. I don't know. I've also always been a fan of stories that have demon main characters that are actually, like, stunningly moral, because their whole thing is, yeah, we punish sinners. You guys are up here punishing everyone like some kind of sicko. There was a popular, like, indie webcomic short a while back called The Devil and the Monk, about a biblical demon that encounters a Buddhist monk in hell and is desperately trying to get him to suffer and failing. And, you know, it's a little bit like, you know, it's a little bit Gosh So Deep, but in a way that really struck me in terms of how I thought about, like, writing those kinds of stories. Actually, is that still up? Let me see if I can put it up. Oh god, I did not know that he was on Webtoon now. That's kind of a shame, all things considered. But check this out, it's really good. I really do consider it superb comicry, regardless of who's presently hosting it. Like, my most curmudgeonly boomer-ass opinion is that Webtoons is bad for webcomics as a medium. Whoops! Y'all didn't see shit? The compelling argument for a creator to use it. Discovery is the big one, and maybe a fringe possibility of getting a deal with Webtoon itself if you get popular enough. It's sort of a pre-baked-in publisher pitch, but it really does seem like one that is so predatory and so restrictive. I think that you are better off building up your business on your own, like as a creative. I was talking to a pal about this just the other day. Most of my conversations in person with other creatives are about this. It's increasingly getting more and more clear that, like, if you want to make it as somebody who is professionally making art, tying it to a particular company and hoping for a helpful benefactor is much less valuable than creating your own work and trying to capitalize on all the different ways that you can be your own publisher these days. Webtoons wants such a big piece of the pie out of what you do and is so reliant on its users being inexperienced hobbyists that, like, I really do just want nothing to do with them at all. And, like, there's plenty of other publishers that I would work with that are probably equally predatory, but they're not sucking all the oxygen out of the room in the way that Webtoons are. I came into loving comics through webcomics. I still read Something Positive, which I started when I was in high school. And it does feel like part of the reason that ecosystem is gone these days is because people are ferried into centralized platforms instead of, like, going on a wander, finding a weird forum, and having something recommended by a stranger. Maybe it was less reliable discovery, but god damn it, you knew that your money was going to the guy making it when you checked out the advertisements or bought a fucking t-shirt. My pleasure. Man, I can talk shop all day. I've got a bunch of conventions coming up, as well as some other, like, local creator events where I'm hoping to, like, talk about my work with some people that I can actually meet and shake hands with IRL. And one thing that's, like, a big priority at that stuff these days is talking about how other people are successfully treating comics and illustration as a craft instead of as a side hustle. Oh, can't have this on. This got me zucked last time. Nope. Kendrick, I love you, baby, but we can't today. This.
Hey guys, I just found an amazing digital marketing expert on Fiverr.
No, you didn't. No, go away. Go away. YouTube. There. Don't go wasting your emotion. Yeah, this is another thing that gets me very easily. Nightcore remixes of 80s songs. I really should not be trusted on anything regarding musical taste. What's on here still? Yeah, all right. It's more an allegory of what's wrong with my soul. So hey now, just a little bit of static, cleaned up with magic. Yes, I've tried it, you know. I'm such a misfit, I got 52 assistants that distract me from the sweetness that I lost long ago. So hey now, this is another show I should catch up on sometime. There are things I could criticize Vivzy Pop for, but none of them are that she doesn't make an interesting show.
Tell me, how can you reinvent?
But hey now. 3 whole years ago. You tell me I feel so past my prime. The demons in my life refuse to leave me alone. But hey now. The husk of a man, a drink bad, royal flush in my hand, unlucky lovers in the I ain't that much of a fan.
Tell me, how can you rehabilitate the husk of a man?
Let's see. Can you rehabilitate your husk of a man? You know, that's another thing I should stream sometime. Boot up one of the old Shadowrun games. Get some new people into the setting. Man, it really is just hard to go wrong with good funk. Hell yeah. Alright. I can feel myself flagging, so I think it might be about time to wrap up stream. Oh, I did draw line art when I started to draw, but I started to hate it more and more. It's now just sloppy scribbles and focus on shading colors. Nah, I get that. I love line art. I'm all about my inks. I'm all about my solid lines. I like structure. That said, though, I can tell I am definitely out of juice, so I think that I'm going to pass you guys off to somebody else I know. Who's up? The little old lady points in. Thank you! No, this page is going to be a lot of fun, and y'all might get to see me work on it again later this week, because I've got another stream planned for this Thursday. So it doesn't actually look like anybody at... no, actually, Seth's up. Do we have a raid message? You know, I'm terrible at coming up with these fucking things. I'm just gonna tell them, here, hold this. Y'all just cause trouble. Slash raid Seth.
Your favorite movies and TV are on YouTube. Get Crunchyroll, Max, Paramount Plus, and more on YouTube.
We are the gremlin children that no one wants to babysit. That's about the plan, yeah. All right. And from the bottom of my heart, all of you, have a lovely evening. Catch y'all next time.